in the Oklahoma's video studio, I'm Helen Ford Wallace with Parties Extra, brought to you by our sponsor, Party Galaxy. Sarah McLean and Steve McLean are here today, and they're going to talk about the Paint the Town Pink Gala.
Yes.
You all, welcome.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
And this is the first annual event,
Yes,
so tell us what you got going.
Well, we've decided that we wanted to host a celebration for breast cancer survivors since October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so we wanted to do something a little different than your typical fundraiser. And so we decided that we would just have a big party and celebrate life after breast cancer. And you want to tell them the details?
It's going to be Friday night, October 23rd, here at the Chevy Event Center downtown. It's going to be a pink bow tie event.
Looking good.
Looking
Yeah.
good. We want you to come out and have a good time. That's the whole thing. The survivors and their families have been through tons of stress, lots of just sad, dark, doom and gloom type information when you get diagnosed with cancer. So we want to celebrate. We want to get rid of that, have a night for them, enjoy it, and really do an amazing event.
Well, the other thing too is it's not only for survivors. The community as a whole is welcome because we definitely want to be advocates for restoration after breast cancer, which is what we do with our foundation, Project 31.
Project 31.
Yes, ma'am.
How long has that been in?
Since 2011, we are an established 501c3, and we raise funds to help educate and to provide financial resources and support groups for survivors and their families. There's a lot of emphasis put on research and the cure, which is great on the front side of the spectrum.
We have to have that.
Yeah, we specialize on the back end, on the aftercare, since I don't know if you know this, but 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed sometime during their lifetime. And 230,000 women every year are diagnosed, which means, unfortunately, 39,000 of those women will die every year. And so there's families left behind. And we knew through our experience, I'm a 2-time survivor, and we really struggled emotionally and spiritually, and we needed resources and help. And so
There wasn't anything available. Nothing.
No.
When they take you in a wheelchair out to your car and they say, hey, you did great, good luck. They meant that part.
Right.
Because when you go home and you're sitting there, the world doesn't stop and wait on you. It keeps rolling. And you're having to learn how to cope brand new.
So what did you do? Did you go home and okay, I'm hurting and I don't feel good, but did you just go right in and say, I'm going to do this? What did you do?
Well, you know, I was diagnosed found the lump at 25, was diagnosed at 26. We had only been married a year at the time.
Oh my.
So
we were fighting over the dumb stuff.
yeah.
The squeezing the toothpaste from the top and bottom, why are your shoes left on the floor. So we had real problems going on.
Yeah.
Well, I remember those
Well,
days.
through our experience, you know, back in 2003 when we were diagnosed the first time, there wasn't a lot of education on the psychosocial side of the healing process, and so we decided that we needed to find some help. Thankfully, he's a really good support and coach, and he really helped me to see that I needed help. And so it took him 9 months to find somebody for us to talk to, and finally we were connected to a counselor who was also a survivor. So the first day that we met with her, it was like a breath of fresh air. She was able to translate everything that I was thinking and feeling to him to help him understand. And so after that process, we just realized, man, everybody needs this kind of help. But unfortunately, when you are going through treatment and maybe you're not working, you don't have the finances to be able to pay for counseling. And so that's where we started.
And Project 31 provides counseling, mentoring, support groups, speaking engagements, and handbags of hope. What's
Yes.
that?
So because of the HIPAA law, we can't call an oncology office or an imaging center and say, hey, can I have a list of newly diagnosed patients? So I was trying to come up with an idea of ways that I could partner with those centers to bridge the gap. And the idea of a handbag of hope was basically just a tote bag, and it has practical resources. It has a cancer fighting cookbook. It has a book specifically for husbands. It has my book in there, Pink is the New Black. It has some other, like a scarf and maybe some other things that cancer survivors would use.
Vitamin E oil.
Yeah.
Lubricants.
Depending on what their specific needs are, we can cater the bag. So basically, I contact them and partner with the imaging center, and as they're meeting with the newly diagnosed patient, they will tell them about the Handbag of Hope and Project 31, and then they can get a release from them and give us the name. So that helps us to build our community and meet new patients.
And Steve, you've been just a great support, and I think you teach classes or you do counseling yourself. So tell us about it.
There's a big void for the men. When Sarah was diagnosed, everything revolved around her. Everything. Family, friends, everything, for a long period of time. It was really hard on me because most men, we want to help. We would trade places in a heartbeat, but I couldn't. The only thing I could do was just sit there by myself. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. And over time, that really got hard. So I knew there was something that other men were going through. They had the same things. Most men won't talk about it. They don't want to go on to that side of their feelings for some reason.
So there you are.
Yeah. So we try to educate men on it's okay to feel that way. Here's how you can get through it. Here's how to say the things to your wife that you need to say, and here's how to say what you mean without being harmful or hurtful. Don't do it out of a hurt self because your wife's not doing it on purpose. They just don't know what's going on.
Well, you've we touched briefly on your new book. So you all talk about the book and how the book came into being.
Right.
And what's the name of it?
The title is Pink is the New Black, and it's Healing the Hidden Scars of Breast Cancer, A Journey from Grief to Grace. And about a year and a half ago, I felt like it was necessary to just put it on paper and actually maybe create a resource for the Handbag of Hope, but also just for myself personally to heal. And so it's been taking me a while, but finally we finished, and it released on October 1st, and it's a memoir of my journey, and it's raw, it's definitely very honest, and it's a place for women who are going through the journey, or maybe have already gone through their journey, to emotionally connect with me and help them to understand they're not alone and that they can come out on the other side hopeful, encouraged, and full of life.
So anything else about the gala?
Well, everyone's welcome. You don't have to be a survivor to come, so anybody can come. We'd love to have your support, especially for breast cancer survivors, because everybody knows somebody.
What's your website, and how do people get tickets?
They can actually buy tickets on the website beforehand at project31.us, or they can buy them at the door too.
Well, good job, you all. Project 31 gives help when and where help is needed, and the gala will certainly provide awareness and support. We wish you lots of success, and hopefully the gala will be a sellout.